I'm Sarah Yaacoub. The title of my work is Come Together. The inspiration comes from childhood memory and the material I've used for the work, which is bread. So bread holds a lot of personal value for me because it reminds me of family gatherings. I grew up in Switzerland and we are a very bread-heavy culture. So we would always bake bread on Saturdays to eat on Sunday for breakfast. And because the memory I've chosen to do my artwork with is a childhood memory, so that's why I tied the material so close to the concept of this artwork. Because it's inspired by my childhood bread swing that I've had at my grandma's house. It was placed under a tree. So the perfect placement would also be under a tree somewhere in a beautiful garden. And I mean, we have a beautiful garden here, so this is pretty much the dream placement already. Because it's bread as my material, I was wondering how I can make it last because it will be outside, probably get rained on a lot. So I was thinking of how I can still make the bread seem like bread, but it being a bit more preserved. So I used this. So first I baked the bread, and I'm using this type of material called hardtack. So it's just flour, salt, and water, and it gets baked on a very low temperature, so all the water can be released. Once the water is released, it should last for up to 25 years. Well, it's actually a pretty sustainable material to make art out of. A lot of works are made out of, plastics and like 3D cut in different materials that are not really resilient. So seeing that made me really sad because I can just see it end up in landfill. So I'm always trying to use materials that even if they end up in landfill, they're not going to be too bad to be that they're still going to be degradable. And that's why I chose bread. The artwork is made out of a cheap material, so I think if anyone wanted to replicate or wanted to try out using bread in an artwork as well, they can definitely do that. And in general, my work is called Come Together. So for me, this work holds a big community value because I hope it makes people feel the comfort that I feel when I look at it.